everybody, Donya Turner here with Discraft Underground. We are here at the Chickamauga Dam in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and we're going to go over what's in my bag. So we'll start with putters. This is my putting putter. It's a Pro D Roach. I really like the feel of it. It is beadless. I like the kind of soft feel of the Pro D plastic. It feels really good in the hand. It's got a good grip and always goes in the basket. Next up is I've got a couple of zones. This is my Jawbreaker zone. I've had it for a couple years. I love this disc for ante upshots. You release it on an ante line and it's always going to fight back and head straight for the basket. I use the soft zone for kind of the same shot, but I found that this one isn't quite as skippy as the Jawbreaker. So you can still throw it on that ante line and know that it's going to come back. But if you're putting like on a slope or if there's some danger behind the basket, this is going to stick and not roll away. Next up is my mid-ranges. I try to keep my bag pretty simple. I don't throw a lot of different discs, but I've got one for everything. So for my mid-ranges, I have a Wasp. This is great in a headwind. If you need a short hyzer shot, I know that this one is going to always fade pretty hard to the right. I am a lefty, so if you're right-handed, reverse all of this. So this is great in a headwind. It's not going to turn over. You can throw it flat, you can throw it hard, and it's always going to have that fade to the right. This is a pretty new disc to me. This is a DGA trimmer. This is great for anhyzer shots. You can throw it on a little bit of a hyzer. It's going to flip up and just let it work and fade to the left. Great for getting around trees, tunnel shots, anything that I need for it to go to the left. This is my go-to. This is my beloved Crystal Buzz. I've had it in my bag since 2013. 2015, tragedy struck and I lost it in a pond. It sat in a pond for over a year. Someone found it. It came back to me. Not changed at all. It is my favorite go-to disc. I can throw it flat. It's going to have that straight flight with a slow hyzer fade to the right. I also use this for getting out of trouble ante shots. I can put it on a little bit of an anhyzer. It's going to go to the right, or go to the left, I'm sorry, and then always have that fade to the right. I use this off the tee, I use it up shots. It's just a great utility disc. Now to my fairway drivers. This is Big Z Archer. This is a longer trimmer, I feel like. It's kind of got that same flight. It is definitely understable. If I need a long turnover shot, this is a great disc for that. You can also put it on a bit of a hyzer and hyzer flip it, so it'll flip up and still go straight, but still have that low fade, anhyzer fade at the end. So this is a really great disc. Next up, and this is kind of an in-betweener of a fairway and a driver. It's the Big Z Vulture. This is a great headwind disc for me. It just flies straight forever, still has that great fade to the right, holds up really well in the headwind. Yeah. This is also a staple in my bag. This is a Z Glide. I think everyone should throw a glide. It is a great disc. I use this for hyzer flip shots. You have to put it on a pretty good hyzer, but it'll flip up and just go straight forever. It has very little fade. It is great in the woods. Just a really great all-around disc. Now on to my drivers. This is also a pretty new disc for me. This is a Crank SS. Still working on this one. I feel like it is going to be a great hyzer flip driver. It stays pretty straight. It doesn't have a whole lot of fade. Like I said, still working on this one, but I think it will probably stay in my bag. Next up is a Z crank. This I also use in a slight headwind. If you get too much wind, it will turn over a little bit. But this one, I can get a good S out of it, and it goes forever. Stalker. This is another one I kind of feel like is in that middle of the road driver, fairway driver. This one is great for hyzer shots. You need to get around a tree, or need a little bit more than a mid-range, but don't need that full power of a driver. Stalker is really good for that. This is the DGA Sail. Really great in a tailwind. This disc will sail forever. It is really great. Put it on a little bit of a hyzer. It'll stand up. You'll get that good S flight out of it. Also for big arms, I would imagine that this would be a really good backhand roller disc. It is pretty understable. I've been working on that shot, haven't got it perfected yet, but I feel like this would probably be a really good backhand roller disc. My go-to driver is the Z Thrasher. I've had this one for about 1.5 years now. It is really good for long straight shots. I can get a good S flight out of this one also. But yeah, it's my go-to driver. What else is in my bag? Let's see. I've got my glass lollipop mini, my color changing Nougat disc golf mini, Sharpies, because you never know when you're going to get that ace, and last but not least, this is my lucky gnome. He goes everywhere with me. Been in my bag probably 5 or 6 years. Never leave home without him. And thanks for watching, everybody. That was my in my bag.